everyone! So today we are doing a Moira haul. I've used a couple of Moira products before. I have a few of them. I have like some blushes from them, some of their blush duos, and one of those. Like I have mainly blushes from them, honestly. A couple of little pencil liners that they had, things like that. And today we're doing a haul. And so the mainstay is probably, I got the palette bundle of the two new Moiraland eyeshadow palettes. Kind of got these on a whim, honestly. But I did get these. And as you can see, it is quite large of a thing. I mean, it's not huge compared to some PR bundle things, but for only two palettes, that's rather big. And she hefty. And then I also got some of the new eyeliners, and I got a lip liner, and actually I already have tried this. I really like this. This is the Moira Glow Getter Lip Oil. Lip oils and lip glosses are kind of essentially the same thing, honestly. It's just that a lip oil has a little bit more oils in it, but there's not like a super significant difference between them. At least according to all of the cosmetic chemists that I follow, there's like not actually that big of a difference. But I will say that, so before I started my boycott of e.l.f., I really liked their lip lacquer lip glosses because they're really thick. I love a thick lip gloss. And then I started boycotting them for, I'm not going to go into like the full reasons of it. It was a few years ago now. And I don't know if they improved from the stuff that they were doing, but I mean, my life's not any worse for not buying e.l.f. products, so it's really easy to boycott stuff, as it turns out, when it's frivolous things that you don't need. Anyways, but this is probably the closest thing I've found to the thickness of the e.l.f. lip lacquers, the Moira Hydrating Lip Oil, and so I quite like it. And I'm almost out of the original clear one that I bought, so I bought another. For the lip liner, I bought it in the shade, let's see here, 12 Cocoa, because as y'all know, I have been on the hunt for the perfect, true dark brown lipstick color, and I haven't been able to find it, and they didn't have a lipstick in this color, but they have this lip liner in this color. So I'll be trying that out on my lips at some point. Not today, because my lips are super dry, because we just went and did 4 cleans all day. So won't be trying that on my lips now, because they are cracked and bleeding. And then the Color Statement Gel Liners. They came out with quite a few of these in like a ton of different colors. But I picked up colors that I don't really have in my collection and that I've been looking for ages that I haven't been able to find with other brands that line up with the things that I'm looking for, which is, you know, cruelty-free, affordable, and not owned by certain parent companies. There are certain parent companies that I refuse to buy from. Mostly for like discomfort in where the people who own them send the money that I give. It's like indirectly donating to causes that you hate, so I just avoid certain parent companies. So the colors I was most excited about, I mean, I could get a beige kind of anywhere, but I decided to pick one up from this line because I don't have one. But these are the 3 that I was most excited about. This looks pink on camera. It is red. It is a bright red. So I have been looking for a nice dark brown eyeliner for my waterline for years now. My first experience with brown eyeliner, so it's like a little gel liner and then you get the little sharpener in the end. My first experience with a dark brown eyeliner was the I Heart Revolution. It was like a clicky pen that had a lip liner and then 3 different eyeliners all in one pen. And that was a dark brown eyeliner, and I loved how it looked in my waterline. It was just a little bit softer than a straight up black eyeliner, but it was still like really smoky and beautiful, and I loved it. And then that expired, and they don't make that product anymore. So I've been looking for a replacement for it for ages. So I'm hoping that one will be that replacement. Then we have this matte bright orange. I've been looking for a matte bright orange eyeliner for forever because they are also kind of difficult to find. I've found plenty of shimmery matte orange, or plenty of shimmery orange eyeliners, but no matte ones. And again, this is because, like, part of it is because there are certain companies I refuse to buy from on account of their parent company. And then a red eyeliner. This is just straight up red. I've been looking for a red liner that I can put in my waterline for years since I started doing makeup. So I'm very excited about all that. Now the last thing I need is a gray eyeliner, light gray or dark gray, but I need a gray waterline safe eyeliner. I tried a Makeup Revolution one once, the XX from the XX line, but it didn't show up in my waterline nearly as much as I wanted it to. So I'm very hopeful for those. Oh, I also got a little pencil sharpener, and it's actually a pretty nice little sharpener. It was like $4.50, which is a bit much, but I was trying to get the free shipping, so. And it's got a little removable bottom, nice and thick. I like the shape of it. Nice little removable top, and then one of these little things that I've noticed most makeup specific little pencil sharpeners come with to, get out the gunk. Nice little sharpener. And now, probably the thing that you came for in the first place, the palettes. So I did take a peek at these earlier. We paused in the middle of one of the cleans and came home to pick some stuff up. So I did take a peek at this earlier, but I did not do any kind of swatching or anything. So this is like the sleeve that it comes in. And then you pull it out of the sleeve, and it's this little drawer with the two palettes in it. But wait, there's more, because when you pull the palettes out, this is not the palette, because now you pop that open at the bottom, and then this is the palette. And she thick, she chunky, and she a little hefty. See, what's it say on the side? Forever happy, free hug, joy. That's what it says on the sides. And then she's got a little flip up, a little magnetic clasp. Ba-ba. There are these cute little admit one tickets in here. They have like QR codes on the back. Why? I don't know what these QR codes are for. Anyways, got a little plastic sleeve. I'll be keeping this plastic sleeve because it has a very cute design on it. That's adorable. I'll be keeping that. And then here is the, let's see, Fun is in the Air palette. I won't lie, I mainly got it for this bright yellow because I have a bright neon green from Moira and it slaps. I will say I'm a little sad because it looks just like, based on visuals, that the shimmer formula in this palette is like the sort of creamish shimmer formula from my other palette I have from them, which I can't remember the name of right now. And I wasn't a huge fan of that. I'm not a huge fan of like squishy, putty type formulas. But I guess we'll see. I'll do some swatches after I show off the palettes because I do want to take a picture of the cute little designs in them. And then the second palette that we have is the Magic Dreaming palette. And again, it's the same kind of deal. There's a little outer case. You pop her open. This color, the outside colors of it right now. So I've been watching Legends of Evantris, which is a D&D sort of podcast, basically. I've been watching Legends of Evantris, specifically the Once Upon a Witchlight campaign that they're doing, and Yes, okay. The first thing I thought of when I saw this was, it's like Cremmy, which is one of the characters, my favorite character. Also, because of the whole vibe that Cremmy has, it made me watch Princess and the Frog. And dang, that movie is good. Disney should go back to 2D, first of all. Second of all, dang, that's a good movie. The setting is so unique and cool. And third of all, Keith David. Keith David voicing the villain. I mean, come on. Come on. Obviously, it's going to be good. It's got Keith David voicing Dr. Facilier. If you're unfamiliar with Keith David, you probably aren't as unfamiliar with Keith David as you think. He is quite a prominent, I would say, voice actor and actor. I would recommend looking up his IMDb. There's a few things that I particularly know him as. Of course, the Arbiter from Halo, as well as Captain Anderson from the Mass Effect series, as well as Dr. Facilier, as mentioned, and also Elroy from Community, season 6 of Community. So, yeah. Anyway, Keith David. Obviously, he made for a good villain because he is a very, very good voice actor. There's another one of these little QR code ticket things, and another cute little sleeve. It appears to have the same design as the other one, so it's not unique, like little plastic things to each palette. But I think I feel better about that than if it were, because that would be a tremendous. It would be a lot of attention to detail, but also tremendously resource intensive, I feel like. I will say this inside color story is not as much Cremmy as the outside, and I would even go so far as to say that the outside doesn't totally match this inside color story. Like, the neon yellow probably should have gone in here, right? Considering the whole... I guess they are sister palettes, so maybe that makes sense. But yeah, I will say, out of the palettes, I am extremely excited to use these guys and this guy. Those look very fun to me. Okay. I'm probably going to take some photos of them now before I do anything with them. And then I'm going to swatch them. And then I'm probably going to play with them. And I think I'll do the playing with them as a separate video, but I will do the swatches in this one. So let me just... I've had friends on the other side stuck in my head for days now. I can't stop. It won't stop looping. Good lord. It's so catchy. Truly, Dr. Facilier was like the last great Disney villain, in my opinion. Mother Gothel is still a very good villain from Tangled, but I feel, I don't know, Facilier was just the last that had like that truly classic Disney villain feel. Princess and the Frog was so freaking good, man. Okay, time for swatching. So first we're going to be swatching the Magic Dreaming palette. Oh, look at this! Live life and enjoy magical nights. Cute. So this is technically not being called an eyeshadow palette. It's technically being called a pressed pigments palette, but they are eye safe. It's just that there are specific things that technically companies aren't legally allowed to label it as eye safe or are supposed to label it as not for use around the eye area. But they are very common eyeshadow ingredients that everyone uses, and that is because there's a lot of stuff in cosmetic testing and the cosmetic industry in the USA that is quite behind the times. Like our sunscreen parameters and things that are allowed in sunscreen and not in such are super outdated compared to a lot of the rest of the world. So anyway, pressed pigment palette, same thing as an eyeshadow palette. The whole reason that they have to say it's not technically safe for eye area is because they can stain. Certain eyeshadows can stain, and that technically means that they are not allowed to label it as an eyeshadow and must label it as a pressed pigment. Anyways, so we're going to go chronological order from this way. So this first shade that we're going to do is called Morning Fun. Nice little periwinkle pastel style purple. Is this gonna be a pain the whole time? I think it will. Dang it. Next, we are going for this sort of pastel greeny called Mood. Okay. Alright, that formula feels nicer than I thought it would. I'm just not a huge fan of putty-like formulas, but that's actually pretty nice. Oh man, you can't really see it, can you? Let me get real close to you. Girl, my lighting setup. Can I even call this a lighting setup? Honestly. I've got one lamp. Next, we are going for the shade All Mine. Much softer. It's basically like a gunmetal silver, which is a bit interesting to find in a palette with a color story like this. You can't really see the shimmer on the green one very well. It's quite sheer. It's sort of a toppery style shade, I would say. Next, we have a matte purple and then a shimmery dark green. So matte dark purple and shimmery dark green. The purple is called Fireworks. The dark green is called Carnival. Again, you can't see the shimmer on Carnival super well. It is there. It's just not like as super punchy as the dark gray one, All Mine. Now I have all of me from Shadow the Hedgehog stuck in my head. Anyways, next I'm going to be swatching two more matte shades. They are Universal and Ferris Wheel, pastel blue and pastel, like, I want to call it like a minty color. Ooh. So the minty color doesn't swatch great. But that's fine because I'll be putting it over a white eyeshadow base anyway, so it'll probably do better than it looks like in the swatches. Swatches don't tell you everything. They can just help you figure out undertones and things like that, but they don't tell you everything about performance. Next we have a pastel-ish pink shade called It's Magical, and then a sort of beigey shade called It's a Date. And I'm quite excited about the beigey shade because I have a lot of bright rainbow colors in my collection. So when you have that, sometimes beige just excites you. Wow, can you even see those? Very pale. We'll see. We'll see how the payoff is. Like I said, I do enjoy the matte eyeshadows I have from them. They're not like super, you know, they're not like Glam Light where it's like I'm like but they are decent. They're a little bit better than my Makeup Revolution eyeshadows, I'd say. Hello? It's the tabbies. Is the tuxedo coming in as well? Yes, hello. It's all three of them. Hello, baby. All right. Next, we have that bright gold and then a shimmery dark blue. So the bright gold is Sensational and the dark blue is Adventures. Ooh, Adventures and Sensational are a very different formula from the rest of the shimmers that I have swatched so far. They feel less putty-ish. They feel more like a typical sort of glittery and shimmer that you might expect. Girl, how am I supposed to... There we go. Again, shimmer you can't see quite as well as I'd like, but that's just the way it's gonna be, I guess. We've got a little matte brown shade next, and then like this fun purpley shimmer. I don't actually know how to describe... Mauve. Mauve, that's how you describe it. It's a mauve-y shimmer. Get that mauve. Man. Sensational and All Mine are really stealing the show on camera. We'll see how it goes on the eyes. Last two shades are a dark brownish beige and then a sort of mid-tone brown called Yay and Joy. So that is the entirety of the Magic Dreaming palette swatched. All right, interesting. Inchworm having a nap. That's what that is. Yes, sir. All right, now the fun is in the air. I'm gonna go wash off my arm, and then I will be back. I think I got my mom on a Disney kick because they're watching The Sword in the Stone now. Also, I just ate some garlicky pita chips, and it was very good. All right, now for the swatches of Fun is in the Air. All right, going the same way chronologically. So the first one that we're swatching is called Oh, Yes! It's Oh, exclamation point, yes. I just washed my arm off with some Dawn dish soap. So that's like a shimmery pink. Very mild shimmer, a little bit sheer. That's kind of what I expect of Moira shimmers at this point, honestly, based on my other experience. I only have one other eyeshadow palette from them, though. All right, next we have Happiness, which is this, like, interesting goldy sort of shade. It's just like a regular gold. Cool. It does look like it might be the exact texture I've been looking for in a gold eyeshadow, where it's not too glittery and it's almost satiny, but just a little more striking than that. So it does look like it's the texture I've been looking for. That one's exciting. Next we have Moo, as in M-U, and Can't Wait. And M-U is a little periwinkle blue. The last one was leaning more purple. This one's leaning more blue. And Can't Wait is a gray that you cannot see against my skin tone. Let me do that again. And let me do MU again as well. Wow. Nah, that gray's just not showing up. You're not gonna see that. That is a pale, pale gray. It'll be interesting to see how that measures up to the gray in my Chucky palette, because I have been enjoying that. What's up? What are you doing? Stop it! Your brother keeps trying to eat the litter pellets too. These cats. All right. Next we have a matte shade with glitter in it called Memorable. It's essentially a mid-tone mauve brown. I just put it over the gray shade by accident because I literally couldn't see it there. You can't really see this one either. Okay, again, swatches don't necessarily mean they'll be this bad on the eye. There we go. Yes, sir? What's up? What's up, puppy? Oh, that's a wet nose. I gave them some wet food when I came home at the halfway point. All right. Well, that brings us on to Fun Times, which is interesting. It's very glittery and... Here, let me put this away. Nope, that doesn't help. If I angle it the right way, maybe? Nope. It's just not going to reflect on camera. It's super pink. It's like a peachy sort of base, but when you turn it, you can see mostly pink, a little bit of green in there. I don't like that texture. Oh, I don't like that texture. That might be a pressed glitter technically. Or like a glitter gel technically. Man, it's showing up on my arm in real life. What do I gotta do, man? There, you can kind of see it. I should have done this I should have waited till tomorrow when there was daylight out. Whatever. This is initial swatches and impressions. I don't like the texture of that one. It does not feel like a smooth shimmer. It feels like some kind of pressed glitter or glitter gel, and I don't like it. It looks very pretty, but it was unpleasant to touch. All right, next two, we have In the Air, which is a sort of like sandy kind of color, and then we have Merry-Go-Round, which is the bright neon yellow I was looking forward to. All right, well, In the Air is basically my skin tone. Oh! Camera! I can't believe that you're not doing that justice. That is so neon in real life. That is so neon in real life. It's not doing it justice at all. Give me 1 second. Let me try something. I turned on the flash. There we go. There we go, baby. That's neon. Okay, I think I'll leave the flash on like that then and leave this off because clearly that's helping with the true color a little bit better. All right, next two, bright pink called Limitless and how would I describe this purple? A purple one called IOU. This purple is sort of a violet magenta-y purple-ish. That's what we've got going on there. Next we have a pretty standard mid-tone pink, not too red, not too purple, just very standard pink, and a very standard like sky blue. The pink called Cotton Candy and the blue called Here for the Thrill. It's really making me want to listen to more Once Upon a Witchlight because it's all amusement park themed and they're at the carnival. I'm only on episode 5. There's 26 episodes out right now. It's quite good. I'm enjoying it a lot. Although I did just get to a part that I've skipped ahead a little bit to do spoilers for myself because I wanted to see their first combat. And I spoiled some things for myself on purpose because I love spoilers. Anyway, next one, Carpe Diem, which is a shimmery turquoisey blue-green. Maybe more of a teal than a turquoise, honestly. Yeah, that's more of a teal than a turquoise, and they are different. Teal and turquoise are different colors. Fight me. Anyways. Nice little shimmer there. Yeah. 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 Actually, going back. Going back for a second. Do you know how badly I wish I could understand D&D? I've tried. I have a starter set. I got it from Target a couple years ago now. I don't understand it still. Now, granted, that's because I don't have anyone to play it with. My brother and I tried to play it together, but because neither of us understood it and had no one to help with, it didn't go well. And we have... I have looked up tutorials. They have not helped me. I'm probably going to need to just, like, play with people who are experienced with it. But I haven't been able to find anyone. So, alright, these are the last two colors in the palette. We have Moira Land, which is a pink base with a gold reflect to it. I see this a lot as a duochrome, but it's very pretty and a good staple. And then we have a bright neon orange called Do Good. I gotta say, even if I'm not super in love with Moira shimmers, although these seem to be somewhat better than the one that I had in the other palette. Holy moly, they can make a neon. Those are going to be fun. Those are going to be fun. Alright, well, that is the swatching of the eyeshadow palettes. I'll probably try to pair the liners with whatever eyeshadows I do, but no guarantee. Yeah. That's the video. I don't have anything more to say. Okay. Bye-bye. No cats in this one, unfortunately. They don't want that today. So, bye-bye. Should I do a Markiplier? Bye-bye. That was terrible. That was awful, actually. Wait, there was something I wanted to say when Carpe Diem. Oh, yeah. Anyways, Phineas and Ferb. They're getting 2 new seasons. I don't know how I feel about that, because I really wish that there was more Milo Murphy's Law. But Phineas and Ferb is coming back. Okay, anyway, with that, goodbye.